It's the morning of my endoscopy slash surgery, Monday, July 22nd, 2013. I'm really looking forward to it, except that it's right now 1:41 a.m. and my procedure is at 12, which you know what that means. No food or drink after midnight. NPO. Doesn't matter about the food. I have been eating for days. You see this? Kellogg's. Breakfast to go. That's what I've been living off. 180 calories. Not bad. Delicious. And stuff like this. I hope you can read that. I'll read it to you. Santa Cruz Organic Lemonade. Lemon flavored beverage from concentrate. Sounds really good. It's only 100 calories per serving. Well, I probably drink 2 of these a day though, so that's may not be so good on the calories. And I did bring one little thing, a leftover sip of that. I think it's, I take the organic lemonade, or I take the any kind of a Gatorade type thing, or any kind of water with electrolytes, and then I water it down to make it go further, and I put a few little ice chips in it because I'm not supposed to have hot or cold things to drink since I went to the doctor last, which has worked out fine for me. I like room temperature drinks, it turns out. I like room temperature food. I much prefer it when it's warm than when it's hot. So that hasn't been bad. What's going to be bad is going through this for is it 8 hours? If 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh. Longer than that. Anyway, 12 noon today. So, I had to do a vlog and just tell you guys about it. It's a process I've gone through for at least 15, and I'm that's very conservative. I think it's more like 18 plus maybe, because I have what's called a Schatzki's ring, and it builds up scar tissue. It's from throwing up a lot, really, from my last 2 pregnancies. Thanks, Kyle and Chris. Chris is coming today, by the way. Hopefully. He said he was. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But anyway, I've had this done a lot of times, and because the scar tissue builds back up, they have to first they go down into my stomach with a camera in a long windy tube, kind of like a colonoscopy except the reverse. Well, not the reverse, but the opposite. And they go down and they check out everything. I do have a hiatal hernia. They're going to check on my gallbladder today, so that's a little different than I've had done before. But I know they're going to do the balloon thing, which pops open the esophagus. Now, it's interesting because I've been watching a lot of videos about this procedure and what it does to you, and how it can affect you, and especially the hiatal hernia part, and how doctors say that people who have a hernia, a hiatal hernia, and esophageal issues, they tend to push air out from the very top part of their chest, not from their diaphragm. I'd always told Kyle he stole my voice. And now I'm thinking it might have been literally that he began the process. I threw up when I was pregnant with him until I was hospitalized from dehydration. Same with Chris. Don't know why. First 2 pregnancies, I used Malox with David. With Danielle, I had no heartburn. I ate chocolate frosting from the can. So, I didn't expect at 30 and 35 to be that sick. But then again, that's quite a bit older than I was. With David, I was almost 19. With Danielle, 22. So, anyway, maybe, my point, maybe after this is done and we treat everything, see, I even have trouble talking a lot, lose my breath a lot. It may be that this plus some weight loss and exercise, I know that, guys, because now I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Jen said that our son Gabe can do a great impression of Wilford Brimley. Diabetes, So can't wait to get those supplies in the mail. Hope it comes in brown paper wrapping, like my Depends will soon. Pardon me. Oh, I hate that. That's what's part of what's going on. Is the constrictor doesn't seem to be the same length it was before, in my esophagus. It now seems to be more like that, tighter in some areas, but longer. And I think that's what's cutting off my air supply, my wind. And maybe it'll help my diaphragm. Maybe I'll get a better voice out of this, and because of the diaphragm, because I'll be able to breathe and exhale that breath, I might be able to sing again. And you don't know, give me a minute. I have prayed to have my singing voice back again a lot. And it hasn't been for very long. It's just been maybe the last few weeks. If that were to happen, I don't have to sing publicly even, but just to be able to sing, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I am not worried about any of this. Trust me, these are tears of thinking I could sing and blah blah. But I'm excited. I can't wait for it to be over. And I can't wait to start a new way of life, a lifestyle, because I've already graduated from real food like meat and potatoes to other foods like cottage cheese and yogurt, and now only liquids. So I'm pretty sure I can go on a diet that includes one light meal a day and shakes or something else, something liquid for the other meals, while I walk and exercise. And Randy's going to do it too. Bless his heart. He's going through this with me. Okay. But I think that I have no hunger. I'll tell you guys something. If you're just interested in a diet, nobody told me how to do this. I just did it because my body told me. That's when I started doing only mashed potatoes, which there's no food value in that. But then I started doing cottage cheese with that, then adding some peaches with the cottage cheese. Then I, of course, yogurt with that. And then I found that I was just eating cottage cheese, no peaches added, just drinking the shakes, no yogurt even. So the eating has stopped. There's no such thing as snacking for me. Snacking for me is drinking one of my, lack of a better word, it's like an Ensure. But it's Kellogg's because it's cheaper. and it has the exact same thing in it. So if you're looking, go to Kellogg's. Kello. No. Oh, the Andy Griffith version of the Kellogg's commercial. Kello. Oh, Kello. Double good. Kellogg's best for you. Anyway, that's no tune, but that was how Kello double good. Yeah, double good GG. But if you're looking, that's a good option. So I don't think it's going to be hard for me to not even want to eat, especially not the kinds of foods I have eaten. I think it's going to be simpler. I hope so. Gosh, I hope so. And I'm just killing time now. I'm definitely going to make a slideshow video for YouTube. That's what I do. I may do a Sandy Fox show, radio show, or just my regular Bible study, Faith and Spirituality, on the Sandy Fox show. Listen to it only on Spreaker.com. I don't know what I'm going to do to kill the time. Closer to time, I'm going to hop in the shower so that when I get only in that hospital gown and my socks, I'm keeping my socks, your feet get cold, that I'll not startle everybody with the funk. There's not really any funk, but you know how it is. Before something, you want to just get squeaky clean, shave your legs like you're going on that first date. I don't know what it is, but I'll do that. I'll do whatever I can to, make it, just to make it. Until then, can't wait to be there. My doctor, Dr. Perino, is he's either booked or still out of town. Anyway, I can't even tell you the name of the doctor who's doing it. It's one of his colleagues that works in the practice, the digestive healthcare practice here in Jasper, Georgia, and they're good. Dr. Perino is wonderful. So I trust his colleague. He better be good. And I'm going to definitely talk to the anesthesiologist and tell him that from reading on webmd.com, and all the reliable sources, nothing like Wikipedia, I've been reading that it takes up to 20% more anesthesia for redheads than others. I knew that just from being me, but I have to keep telling people. They've also now extended that study to say that pain relief, not just anesthesia, is more difficult for redheads. So rather than just upping a dosage of pain medication, they're working on a whole strain of pain medication strictly for redheads, because we're mutants. We've got that mutant gene, that recessive gene. And another thing, guys, let me tell you this. It is a recessive gene, which is why I have no children with red hair. I had no grandchildren with red hair until Lily Matthews. And the recessive gene finally popped out, and it took me a lot of years. Danielle was 34 when she had her. I think that's right. So and the other part I was getting to is that because of gay couples now going to sperm banks or going to surrogates, sperm banks, they're not looking for the redheads. They flip through the magazine and say, nah, 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 or catalog, whatever, and they pick out a gorgeous blonde or brunette. Statistically speaking, a redhead who marries a redhead will have a redhead. Otherwise speaking, a redhead who marries someone who had a redhead in their, history, ancestry, may have a redhead. But because of a lot of factors that, frankly, we redheads aren't typically attracted to other redheads, we might be extinct. We're now either, I think it's 2% of U.S. population, 6% of the world population. That's not a lot. So I'm one of the last of my breed. I'm kind of like a bald eagle or a panda. Anyway, I need more anesthesia. So I'm going to have a long heart-to-heart talk with the anesthesiologist and ensure him that if I'm not in pain, he won't be in pain. Does that sound like a threat? As my daddy said, that's not a threat. It's a promise. Okay, so that was my vlog for the day of my surgery. I'll be back better than ever, hopefully, and let you know all about it, about how it went. Okay? So, until next time, bye-bye.